Finished battling Enzo, and now we're gonna go to the cold north to Neva True. What's it? Tulira? Right, so let's get going. Oh crap! I just ruined my timer. False start. What was I at? 6:45, 11. Let's get that timer going. Alright, let's go. Alright, what do I do?
Seems Paulina can give us a hand. Let us speak with her when we are ready.
Hopefully this isn't a point of no return. So I could go... So I want to go back to this town.
Oh my goodness gracious, I've got visitors again. This is shaping up to be a busy century for me.
A busy century.
Miss Paulina, can you see if there are any ships that are coming into port from the sea?
I do have a good view from up here, but I don't see anyone coming in just now.
We need a way to get to Neva Tulira. Is there anything you could do to help us, Paulina?
Hey, Mobile Ultimate, how you doing? Good to see ya.
Oh my, what a journey. I have had so little excitement
How have you
lately.
been?
Maybe this is finally a chance for me to make a getaway.
Get away? From what? How?
Sweetie, I don't think you understand me in the slightest. I may not have moved in a while, but I'm free to go wherever I please.
You're doing good? Good, good. I'm doing great as well. Had a
I'll
pretty
take you to
productive
Tulira,
Sunday.
and in
You know, just kind
style,
of
no
catching up
less.
with chores at home. Now I'm ready to just waste away the rest of my day playing some video games.
How
Ain't-
fortunate. When do we
Can't
set
complain
out?
about that.
Just approach the altar when you're ready to leave, my little dumpling.
Oh, they make it seem like if I do this, I can't go back. You only saw a message about Mario Kart today? Oh, that's too bad. I might be doing Mario Kart on Friday again. If you are available, if you want to join, open invitation. You're home for 2 days, getting a root canal. Oof. Big oof. Hopefully everything goes well with that. Okay, I want to check on some side quests I've been doing. See if I can turn some things in. You should be able to play. Cool, cool. I'll probably just pop you another DM when I'm about to start. It doesn't look like I could do anything here. I need to talk to the guy in this house, but there's guards blocking it and just not allowing me to. Depends on what time you get home. Alright, alright. Well, last time I started 7 p.m. Central Time. Central Mountain Time. So whatever that translates to you, 7 p.m. Central Mountain. It's around, it'll be around that time. But that's of course really, really early in the morning. I got affiliate? Yeah, yeah. Well, I could have gotten affiliate back in February, but I decided to not go through with it, just because, you know, because it puts ads and things like that. But then again, I could do things like channel points and get emotes, even though I don't have any emotes yet. But,
Are you ready to depart, dearest?
We are prepared.
you know, it just gives me some more things, more ways to interact.
Hold on tight, dearies.
But thanks.
This is going to be a bit bumpy at first.
Oh, so she's just gonna move. Okay.
Whoa.
It's 6 hours
What just
behind you.
happened?
So yeah, so I'm starting at like 1 a.m. for you then.
Seems like our friend Paulina is walking across the sea.
Is that possible?
Yeah,
Don't
quite
you
the
worry,
time
my
difference.
Tiny friends. We'll be there in no time. Just relax for a while.
Maybe we can use this opportunity to check in on everyone.
Yeah, and I'm not
The ocean extends as far as the eye can see.
not 100% we're gonna do it, but it's most likely we're gonna be doing it again on Friday.
What
But
is it, Cris Bell?
I'll let you know.
Do you know anything about Nevatulira?
I heard elemental magic was originally developed there. There must be a lot of crazy powerful mages in the area. What is it, Cris Bell?
Do you think we made the right decision?
Mom always was too smart for her own good. I'm sure that now that she doesn't have anyone clouding her judgment, she'll be fine.
You're right. It's just, I can't shake the feeling that we could have done something more.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could have.
Yes?
Do you think we made the right decision?
Even with your powers, you can't expect to make everyone happy.
The way this dialogue's going make me think that I did something different. I could have done something different. Currently bugging your parents to try to get the SpaceX satellite for internet at our flat at the seaside.
If you ever feel that you've made a mistake, it's your duty to learn from it.
Is that
If
just for
anything,
better internet so you
time may
could
just have a greater
so you
responsibility
could be
to learn
online?
from the past, so that we can shape the future.
I mean, they let you watch Twitch and yeah. I mean, I'd be begging for that too. I don't know what I would do without internet.
Yes?
Have you been to Nevatulira?
You could say that.
What do you mean?
I lived there a long time ago. But I've only heard rumors of what's happened there since then.
You lived there?
I studied natural magic and was a teacher at the university. I had many students.
How old is this
I
person?
wonder if any of them are still around.
This person was a teacher? You look like you're 16.
What is it, Cris Bell?
How long did you know Enzo?
Never know
Long
with these
time ago,
JRPGs.
I was part of a group of young soldiers he was training. I wanted to follow in Aiden's footsteps. I'm pretty sure he didn't remember me from that time. Dad didn't like him, but everyone said he was a really good soldier.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that's quite the improvement.
I guess I always thought he was kind of a jerk, but that doesn't mean he deserved
Yeah,
whatever
big
it was that
difference.
happened to him.
I'm sorry, Christopher.
Looks like it will take a while to reach the shore. Do you want to rest for a while, Cris Bell?
Yes, I'd like that.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Okay, that was it.
What do you mean we all end up the same way? You thought you had a better plan, but look where it got you.
Was that a grave? There was like a big silhouette behind my character right there too. Wonder what that meant.
What did you just say?
I've been having these strange dreams. I think it's a memory of my mother from long ago, visiting my grandmother's grave. For the longest time, I couldn't make out her fate, and she looked just like the Empress.
The main antagonist.
Stop right there, Crisbell. That's ridiculous.
How can you even suggest such a thing?
I mean, I never knew my parents. All my memories come from the orphanage in Nareem.
Well, that's
It's
right.
just a stupid dream. Don't worry about it.
So I guess we're gonna find out about her parents, and it could be that Empress.
Besides, it doesn't matter where you came from. It's what you do with your life that matters.
Christopher.
That was surprisingly deep. For
I know things. I can be wise. You know, sometimes. Totally wise and stuff.
And he's done.
Right, Wilhelm's like a time mage, that's why
That
he looks so
said,
young.
He does
Right.
have a point, Crisbell. Regardless of your past, your focus must be on the present. Continuing to grow, to improve. And we will find the truth about your mother. I promise.
Listen to the tiny, unfortunately dressed kid. He's right.
Unfortunately dressed kid.
I guess all of you are right.
There's still a while until we reach the shore. Get some rest.
By the lady, what's happening?
We're here, darlings.
All right.
Smell that brisk air.
Is this Tulira?
Not quite, Sugar Plum. You'll need to travel north a ways to reach the city. I'm not quite the right size for that kind of thing, but do bring me back something trendy from the clothing stores.
I got you. I hate the way that she just does this with her hands. She's the worst.
I don't think they'll have anything your size. But thanks for the help, Miss Paulina.
Roasted.
Before heading for the cathedral, let's take a small detour. My house is on the outskirts of the city.
Your house?
Let's go for a visit.
I can't wait to see what that shrimp's house looks like.
Christopher! Of course we can, Maestro. Lead the way.
Maestro. What's this? Can I go here?
These strange ruins seem similar to those near Nareem.
That's not the first time I've seen some like those kind of ruins. Light armored boots. It looks like you could use some boots. Here we go. 10 speed? Yes, please. No mustache? Not Pog? Whatever, dude, I shaved.
Hold it right there, kid. We have some floats for the parade.
My
getting
face got
set up on
itchy,
the
okay?
bridge. So, the thoroughfare is closed down for now.
Come back later after they're done.
This guy's name is Wedge? Wait, they're flying.
Nothing to see.
This gonna be your house? Wilhelm? Whoa.
What was that?
It seemed like a person.
A shadowy figure.
A thief, no doubt.
A
Look
thief.
at this mess. Whoever it was ransacked the whole house.
This your house?
Let's hope they didn't take the items we came here for.
What are we looking for anyways?
Keychains. I used to keep
Okay.
some of them in the dresser on the east side of the house. Let's see if they're still there.
Okay. East side of the house. Okay. Alright, so the gimmick of this game is there's a time mechanic. So alright, so the right side of the screen shows the future, the center is the present, left side's the past. And I could see that there's a chest in the future. So let's go to the future. Grab this item. Rose necklace. I've actually have several of those. Go back to the present. And I guess that since this house was robbed, I'm going to need to go to the past to find the items that I need. That's my guess. So let's check out what this little thing is right here. Can I interact with it? No? Oh, what else can I look at? You said the east side of the house, right? Don't see anything. Anything up here?
Something that could help us fight, huh? We should waste no more time. Look for that dresser, Cris.
This? What the heck?
Looks like they're gone.
Well,
Go to the
that
past?
doesn't have to stop us, right, Maestro?
Mm-hmm.
Quite right. It looks like you're starting to grow used to your powers.
What are you two talking about?
If they're not here now,
They were in the
We'll just
past.
have to bring them back from the past.
Mm-hmm. Get it, little buddy.
Ah, here we go.
The piercing keychain. Spiked keychain. Toxic keychain.
These must be the keychains. Now to bring them back to Cris.
success! These will improve our combat capabilities considerably.
So, what the heck do we do with these?
Attach them to your weapon, and they will confer special properties to your attacks.
Interesting.
Give it a shot, Cris. All you have to do is open the menu, select Equipment, and then select Upgrade Weapon. While you're
Okay.
doing that, I'm going to look around for a bit and see if the intruder took anything else. Hopefully the key is safe.
Wilhelm leaves
Well,
the party.
I suppose we should give it a try.
Right, upgrade weapon. Okay. You should go. Alright. Well, you take it easy. This is like the earliest I've ever seen you go to bed, but hopefully you can get some sleep. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. The user receives 30% of damage he deals back. 33 chance to inflict poison. And on top of that, they just have additional stat boosts. So this one gets a 30 in attack. This is really good. Alright, so if I'm attaching it to Cris, I think I'm going to do the spiked keychain because I think I do normal attacks with her a lot. Then for you, Christopher, other Cris, we're going to use... poison one.
I did it! They should definitely help if we need to fight again.
I'm glad we were able to find these, but still. Whoever that was sure did a number on this place.
What now?
I am not sure how long it will be before Wilhelm returns. Maybe we should look around for a bit.
I don't know what else to look at. Like, I already tried to look at this, right? Yeah. What's this little projection? Not letting me interact with it. That looks like the lady that disappeared when I walked in.
Seems like there's something in the past.
Oh, now can I look at it? Oh, I need to... It's not... doesn't let me interact with it until I do it in the present. That's odd.
Perhaps Crisbell would be interested in this device.
What is this strange machine?
I think it is some sort of projector.
Think this button does something?
Wait,
Push it.
Christopher, you should
Push
just
it.
push.
It's gonna be something embarrassing, isn't it, for Wilhelm?
Hey, those are soldiers from St. Clarity. I'd recognize that uniform anywhere. Wait, is that Aiden? What's going on here?
Why would Wilhelm have a machine that shows images of your brother?
It does indeed
question.
seem strange.
Hey now, it's not very nice to mess with people's things without asking.
Just what is going on here, Wilhelm?
What you're seeing is a memory projection. The blue crystals they mine here in Talira, called sapphires, can be used to capture and record memories.
Interesting.
Why would you have memories of my brother Aiden?
Well, when the Empress first started her assault on Crystallis, he and I were part of the same militia unit.
You decided not to tell us anything?
What's there to tell?
Maestro, maybe you should tell us a little more about this war.
I suppose I should. Ever since the beginning, the Empress has had only one goal: to conquer Crystallis.
Mother Superior mentioned something about going there too.
Crystallis is the shining city that lies at the center of the world. It's where I trained in magic, and where most high mages come from. During the Empress's first attempt to subjugate the city years ago, soldiers from all over the globe united to try and stop her. We could not defeat her, but we managed to drive her back. After the decisive battle, she retreated for a while to lick her wounds. Our efforts had managed to buy a few years of peace, but at great cost. There were many sacrifices made that day, Christopher.
Oh,
Unfortunately, your brother Aiden was one of them.
that's why it matters so much.
And now she's trying again?
It would seem so. She's raising another army, and war ravages the land once more. Crystallis is in danger. We must stop her. And to that end, Crisbell, we need to continue growing your powers. I think we're done here. Let's head straight to the cathedral. It's located in the mines to the west.
Mines to the west. What about this? Can't interact with this one. With this. Okay. And then now that Wilhelm's back in the party, let's give him the third keychain. Okay, let's go. Okay, said west. Whoa. What's this?
It would be great if we could travel by water.
Maybe eventually we can.
Maestro, this is beautiful. But do people really go to services up here? It's so cold.
Yeah, no details, but parts of me are frozen to other parts of me right now.
Nice.
There used to be warming devices here. I don't know what happened to those.
And yet, you wear a sleeveless shirt. Good job, Christopher.
Not to mention, this seems like a strange place for a cathedral.
Perhaps to some, but to us it is a holy place. The artisans of Talira spent generations carving the figures you see into the walls.
This is all carved from salt?
Indeed, extracted from this very mine.
No, this music in the background's intense.
An impressive use of the natural resources, if I say so myself.
The cathedral is straight ahead. Let's stop gawking and continue on.
Get this in the past. Iron Gauntlet. Reduces speed, increases defense. Meh, not a fan. Wilhelm doesn't have one, so you're just gonna... Yeah, I think that's worth the defense. Increases my defense by like 20%. Alright, let's get into battles. What's up, dude?
Young ones only know how to complain. Mining is a reputable job. It's an honor just to be able to work with this sacred material.
Okay. What is this room? Hopefully this isn't yours, dude, because I'm taking it.
A giant block of sapphire.
Anti-charm mirror? I don't really know what the charm effect really does, because last time I got inflicted by it, it didn't really do much. Maybe I just got lucky.
Crisbell, what do you want to...
I want to record our
Haven't even gotten to battle, but I played for like almost a half an hour. Enough story. Come on. Alright, another beautiful mural. Man, the art in this game's good. Okay, the mural is there in the past, present, and the future, which is good.
Have you made any progress in tracking down the culprit?
Whoa. You're interesting.
I'm afraid not. Please believe me when I say I have the full resources of the Orowitz family working on it.
The mural must be repaired. It is part of the lady's legacy.
Must be repaired. Oh, it's shattered. Wait, is it? It is shattered. Wait. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like. Interesting. The heck? Did you get younger in the future? If I go back to present... Oh, wait, no. You're tiny.
Master Wilhelm, this must be an answer to our prayers.
Sorry for the intrusion, Mother Superior. I'm glad to see you as well.
You have been sorely missed. Are you back for good? Talira needs your
Unfortunately not. But please explain the situation. Perhaps we can help.
Doubtful. As you can see, someone shattered the stained glass mural. The Mother Superior is quite distressed. But she has enlisted the help of the Orwitz family. We have it under control. There is no need for your involvement.
Why would someone shatter the mural?
No, we'll help.
Maestro, what do we do now?
Why don't you try approaching the altar, Crispell? See if you feel anything.
I do feel a connection. There's something there, but it's tenuous. I can't seem to reach it.
I was afraid of that. As we've seen, these murals seem to be somehow connected to your powers. Only one thing for it. We'll have to find a way to fix it.
I told you already.
Let's head into town, Crispell. Maybe we can pick up a lead there.
All right.
I said...
We'll take a sample with us as well.
Just ignoring her.
It's not working.
Okay. Now who is this in the...
You are as effective as usual, Master Wilhelm.
I want to talk to that lady, but I can't get to her. Because I'm concerned because she's in the past, but now she's gone. In the present. Alright, now I could go into town, right? Alright, cool. Yo, the spaceman, what's up? How you doing today? What up, spaceman? Thanks for the raid, dude. Yeah, I got channel points now. I went affiliate. I finally did it. I still need to figure out my emotes and stuff like that. Haven't, you know, done everything I could with it yet. Still working on it.
Whoa, check out those floats. Looks like they're getting ready for quite a party.
How was the Ori stream today?
I'm not sure they should be.
Huh? What do you mean?
The buildings are old and about to fall apart. In the future, some of them are already ruins.
Alright, cool. Well, thanks for the raid,
Definitely
dude.
gotten worse since I
Get
was
some
last
food.
here. I'd hate to think that their best days are behind them.
It is best we focus on the repairs right now.
You're right.
Well, and thanks for the raid.
Maybe
And
afterwards
welcome
we can
all
make it
raiders. Appreciate
I
it.
used to have some important connections here.
Playing a new JRPG. The very
Two
unique
other
art style,
kindergartners?
which I'm really enjoying.
We don't keep you around for your opinions.
Please, I don't know who else to go to. My crystal workshop was robbed yesterday, and no one in this city will help us.
You have a dentist in 9 hours? Ew, you have to like...
I'm not sure what you're expecting me to do about it, Sindarian.
It's gotta be rough.
Sindarian? I'm a citizen of Tulira too. I have a crystal workshop. I've been working here for years. Aren't you guards supposed to deal with criminals like this?
We don't have time for your kind. There are more important events going on right now.
But what am I gonna do? I have a son to take care of.
Beats me. Figure it out.
You can't be serious.
Just be thankful we're not confiscating your workshop. Now don't bother us anymore.
What happened there?
He seems to be a refugee from Cinder. I don't think that guard likes refugees very much. A few years ago, the neighboring kingdom of Cinder fell into a state of ruin. Their capital city, Siniza, was all but destroyed. Many people fled the land looking for better opportunities. Some of them reached Nevatalira.
What a cruel fate.
Indeed it is. But perhaps we're in luck. The Cindarian fellow mentioned something about owning a workshop? Perhaps he...
Okay. Oh man, this has been just an exposition stream though, so far. Okay. Hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah? What do you kids want with old Rojo?
Why do you have horns?
Excuse us, Mr. Rojo. We overheard you speaking with the guards.
You said you owned a crystal workshop. We were hoping...
If you heard that, then you also heard that my shop was ransacked, and all my tools were stolen. Not much I can do at the moment.
That's horrible. Maybe we can help?
We could help.
If we're able to get your tools back, do you think you could fix the mural for us?
That would be incredible. And yes, of course, I can fix anything.
Leave it to us. Guards may not be helping, but we'll track down the culprit.
Well, thanks for the offer. At this point, I'll take any help I can get.
Psst. Hey, over here.
What's up? Hey, cat girl's over there. What the heck are you? And how did you hear us? Okay, this is her now. That's her in the past. Her now. Well, I want to see her in the future. That's her in the future. I don't like your weird chicken legs.
Uncle Wilhelm, I knew it was you.
Uncle
Risa,
Wilhelm.
You've grown a lot since last I saw you.
But you haven't changed at all, have you? It's so good to see you.
Wilhelm, aren't you gonna introduce us to your cute friend?
Whoa, Cris.
Oh, of course. Everyone, this is Risa. She's one of the daughters of the Orowitz family.
Things haven't been going well since you left, Uncle. First Mother died, and then Aunt Rawlis returned from her travel.
Lady Gladys is dead?
Yes. Oh, there's a memorial service happening later. You should come and pay your respects. I'm so sorry, Maestro. Did you know her well?
She was a friend. The matriarch of the Orowitz family. And probably the most powerful person in all of Talira.
They said she died from natural causes, but I don't believe it. I've seen a suspicious black shadow slinking around.
Maybe the culprit also has something to do with Rojo's stolen tools. Where did you see it?
Most recently, I saw it going down into the basement of the museum. But
Okay.
I need some help tracking it down.
Well, now, there's no need to worry. We'll help you find the culprit.
You mean it?
Of course. You can count on me.
He's just trying to
Thank you
show off in
all
front of
so
her.
much. When you're ready, please meet me at the museum.
Can we go now? Where's the museum?
I've gotten pretty
Douglas.
used to the panorama by now. Even something as gaudy as the parade seems mundane to me now.
Go to the past, little frog.
These are quite the peculiar lampposts.
I was just thinking the same.
These
The
lamps
lamp
were used
posts?
to keep the city warm. But it looks like they've run out of fuel.
Wait a second. We have lamps in St. Clarity, but they mostly just give off light.
These are different. They use a mixture of both sapphire dust and ruby dust to generate a large-scale heating effect. The artisans of Talira are very
my
skilled when
gosh.
it comes to elemental magic.
There's so much dialogue in this section of the game. 40 minutes and counting with no combat. Okay. The museum is west. Got it. Looks like in the future, this museum went down.
This is the museum, where Risa said to meet her, but it doesn't seem like she's here yet.
You've been acting a little strange ever since we met her, Christopher.
Yeah,
What can I say? She's cute and I love her energy.
at least he's honest.
I liked you better when you were thinking with your stomach.
Whatever. Seems like we need to kill some time before she gets here. Why don't we check out some of the exhibits? I swear I saw this thing move!
This artifact feels familiar somehow.
It looks as if it could wake up at any moment.
What?
Good morning, my children. Feels good to wake up. Oh, I'm sorry if I startled you, sweetheart. I think your magic helped me wake up. I wish I could give you a nice present to make you feel better.
It's alive?
It appears so. I must say I'm not quite feeling like myself, though. In fact, well, that would do it.
Oops.
I seem to be missing my body.
What the heck are you?
Yeah, seriously.
Me? I am one of the witnesses, I think. My memories are a little fuzzy.
Spooky.
That's why you felt familiar. You're like Miss Paulina.
Paulina? No, wait. My name is Buki. Sorry, dear.
Where are you from?
I was the guardian of something until a lady came and did something to me.
Getting a little impatient
Wish
with
I could
this.
remember what it was. Oh, confound it! When you reach my age, you really ought to keep some notes.
Well,
Okay.
she is certainly unique. Perhaps we should bring her with us.
Maestro?
Bring her?
I suppose she can't do much harm in that state. Let's see what we can learn from her.
Are you guys serious?
You wouldn't be scared, would you, warrior?
Buki's head. That's a normal
I'm
thing.
here, everyone. What did I miss?
What's up, girl?
It's a bit of a long story, but I'll be happy to fill you in later. We should check that head.
Oh, okay, fine.
Thank you all again for coming.
Anytime. So, how can we help?
The lower floors of the museum are over this way. Uncle Lucio used to be the curator, and his old office is down this way too. After Mom died, the museum was closed. Now it's fallen into disrepair, and there are monsters all over.
Yes, monsters? I could
Oh,
fight
no worries
things
about
now?
that. We're good at handling monsters.
So this is where you saw that suspicious shadow slinking off to? Yes, I'm sure there must be some connection.
Well, it's the only lead we have for the moment. Let's go check it out.
What? No way. Uncle Wilhelm, I'm going with you.
Are you gonna actually join the
Lisa?
party?
She was my mother. I
I might need a little help with the monsters, but this is my investigation.
It's okay, Uncle Wilhelm. I promise I'll protect her.
You will not call me that
Uncle Wilhelm again.
ever again. Fine, do as you will. Let's see what we can find down there.
Alright. Right, is there anywhere else to go besides to the right?
It can't be.
Wait, that's closed off? Okay, whatever. Let's go. Battle? Yes? Oh, thank goodness. Alright, 45 minutes in. Just look, anything's in there. Nothing, nothing. Where are my random
Oh my
encounters
goodness.
at?
This seems to be a part of my body.
Gross. You take it, Crisbell.
Oh, okay.
Pookie's left hand. Battle? Battle? Come on.
What just happened?
Ooh, I remember this feeling. You're awakening to one of the powers of the Renna.
I am? What does that mean?
They say you learn the fastest by doing, sweetie. Why don't you try touching that column over there?
Touching the column?
This column, something feels a little off about it.
Put your hand on it, sweetie.
I hate the way you talk. Oh! Well, I think it's supposed to restore it, but I don't see what it says when I try to decay it.
Crisbell!
I don't know how I did that, Maestro.
It seems you can now send objects into the past and future, as well as your little amphibian friend. Impressive as always, Crisbell. I'm sure this power will be very useful.
Alright, new power. So I decayed it. Oh, and I could also revert it back. Okay. So if I restore it, then it'll just be like that. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yes! Finally, battle. Alright, what the heck are these things? Okay. Just 3 different block timings I gotta get for that. Okay. What, I get to attack again? This dude's so fast. And he inflicted poison. Alright, let's learn about this enemy. Scan. Alright, B Knight Soldier. As a trainee becomes a soldier, their skills with the rapier just become more deadly. Rapier? Whatever that sword's called. They can quickly strike at enemies multiple times with just one slice. Alright, looks like they have really high defense. Not great attack. They're weak against lightning. Okay. And they have 100... almost 200 health. And they They inflict defense down. Oh, I inflicted poison. Alright. Alright, let's scan you as well. I like scanning them because it also tells me their health. Okay. Tulira's trainees started their military life by learning the ways of the rapier. But don't let a trainee fool you. As Tulira's forces are well known for their prowess in the sword part, they're always ready to strike. Right. Alright. And the cool gimmick of this game is I could do time magic. So she's poisoned. And then I'm going to put her in the future. And in the future she has succumbed to the poison damage, so she dies. So that's why I wanted to have a person that could poison people, so I could just keep doing that gimmick. Okay, anti-mute was added to your bag. It's like a status condition, I'm guessing, that I could prevent. Alright, this is going to be a big, big place, I could already tell. Anti-mute. What the heck is that? That thing attacks twice before the girl on the right attacks? Ooh, let's do a synchronized attack. Zero damage. And it just went defense up. What? I'll fight you. I know how to fight you. You were weak against lightning. But she's not going for some reason. Okay. We're gonna scan this dude, figure out what he's about. Immune? Oh, okay, but at least I got to see his health? Okay, physical damage didn't do anything. Water damage didn't do anything. Invoke a past crystal. Oh, now he's vulnerable. Okay, I need to put him into the past. Okay. You only have 39 health, so let's try to kill you before he could even attack. Okay. Now she's slow. Alright. Now let's scan you. Little metal bug dude. $189 health. Alright. Fire's good in Pokemon against this typing, if he's a steel bug. Yeah, that did a lot. Alright. A cup of coffee. Just throw an open cup of coffee into your bag. Sure. RPG things. Healing juice. Love me some healing juice. My coffee's out. Dang. Defense up. So it looks like the person on the left does a bunch of healing. And status. Let's think that they're the same typing as the younger one. So I think let's do lightning. 99. And they're just boosting themselves. Man, this guy gets to attack before everyone. Okay, you're gonna poison her. Whoa! You never know what you're gonna get when you put... The Devour? What just happened? He's just inside his belly? That did 20 damage to him on his turn? What the... What is even happening? Hopefully this doesn't hurt my buddy, but explosion? That did not do that much. Oh my gosh, you attacked 3 times? Wilhelm's at 82 health. Cris Bell is at 77 health? Succumb to poison damage. Ugh. Okay. Okay, you're dead. Now I could focus on you. No idea how much health this thing has. That did no damage. My goodness. Okay, let's heal. 170? Okay. She's also going to heal Wilhelm, who's at 41 health. Alright, it's just a one-on-one. I guess I'm going to scan this dude to learn about it. $448? Oh, he finally spits him out. Oh my gosh. That only does 20 damage. That thing has 400 health. Fire Blast. Come on. 100 damage. There we go. And it's burnt. No, I shouldn't. I don't think I'll be able to kill it. But man, this thing's an a-hole. Good block. should just be able to do normal attacks. Oh my god. That was just a generic enemy? Alright, we're healing. Cris, heal everyone. Okay. Wow. This something?
There seems to be
An old ruler. What's this?
There's a small diary here.
So they gave me a part of the code to hold on to. Woohoo. I'm not sure why everyone gets so excited about being a code keeper. The code is only there to keep the general public out of the deeper areas of the museum. Anyways, and besides, elite? What narcissist picked that? Elite. Nothing else over here? Okay. Let's explore the basement area then. Downstairs. Alright, these are like normal enemies? Yeah, let me fight normal things. Defense down, stunned? Jeez, this guy's so fast. He's my best attacker and he's the fastest. And then my other two are basically support, so that's how I'm gonna kinda play this. Okay, then you have a poison. And then you could put them into the future. Invoke future crystal. Let's see if that does enough. Not quite. She went to a defensive stance. Do you think that she'll block a lightning in that defensive stance? I have a feeling if I do a normal attack, she will counter me. So maybe the magic. Guess that worked. Okay. We could go even lower. Looks like this path is blocked up there. I could decay this right here. No bugs. F. What are you? What? And there's a soldier in the back? Okay, taking out the soldier. I know you. Then you're just gonna boost yourself before you go into whatever mode you get into. Okay. Let's take out you first. Berserker Rage. Attack defense up. I'm gonna let you attack me. I'm not worried about you. I want to get the scan off. A little bit of OCD by me. I just like to know the enemy's health. Helps me strategize in the future. I think it's worth it. Alright, Azure Wolf. Wolves that have been in contact or digested Zypher for an extended period of time. They have taken said crystal's properties. Looks very cool. Okay. Alright, so it's all in attack, no magic attack. Not really good defense. Equal defense between normal and magic. Weak to fire? Yeah, it's weak to fire. What now? Eventually, if I let the cocoon just do whatever, it poisons everyone on my team? Oh my god. Fire Blast. Okay, that attack isn't that bad. I hate these bugs. Okay. They're bad to fire, though. And she's burning? Die? Not quite. Paralyzing? I failed to block that, so now I'm too paralyzed to attack. And I failed to block that one. Now I'm poisoned and I can't attack. Oh my gosh, she's just whittling us down. There we go. Level up. Wilhelm learned Eucandra Evergreen. Now, what the heck is that? Alright. Just gonna heal between every battle, because generic enemies are too strong in this. Okay. Alright, I want to look at my stats. Mostly him, because he's incredibly fast. He gets to go twice before a lot of my people even go. So just a difference between 61 and 45 does that much, huh? Like 2 turns extra? Interesting. Yeah, she's my powerhouse with this normal sword attacks. Magic attack is almost nothing. Which is fine, all she does is heal people. And you're just our tank. Wait, we're poisoned still? Wait, you have an antidote spell. How much does this cost to use? 8? Yeah, we're gonna use that. Sealed book.
Hey guys, check out this book I found.
This is a museum, fool, not a library. Things are for looking, not for touching.
No, I didn't. I mean, it was already burned when we rescued it. And look, it has some sort of seal.
Why would a book need a lock like this? It doesn't even look like a key would fit.
Stop! Let me see that.
Huh?
That is no mere lock. It's a magical seal. This is Gladys's magic, for sure. You have no idea what enchantments have been placed on it.
When I see Gladys, it looks like Grady, so it's tripping me up a little bit.
It must be opened in the intended way. Otherwise, the contents will vanish without a trace.
Then how do we open it? It has this...
Fascinating. Any suggestions,
Whoops.
Wilhelm?
Skipped a little dialogue
Mother
there.
Superior. If anyone was close to Gladys, it was her. She might know where to start.
Then let's go and ask Mother Superior about it.
Ask Mother Superior about it? I mean, that's the only thing I could do then, so I gotta exit. I came in through here. Now, where were those people? They were...
Impressive as always, Cris. We can continue looking for Lucio's office.
Now, where did I see all those people? Mother Superior of this land?
I heard some weird noises coming from the ruins the other day, but they seem to have stopped.
The ruins, you say? Oh, you're so far behind, little buddy. Oh, the guards are the same as like the people in the, I can't talk to you. In the museum, aren't they? They seem very similar. They use the same weapon. They were... Oh, in here, right? I found a book. Check out this book I found.
Oh, Master Wilhelm. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Sorry to disturb you. I was hoping you could take a look at something.
Oh, where did you find this book?
Do you recognize it?
I do. This was Gladys's diary, but I thought it had been left to Arvo and Irva, the twins.
The twins?
Indeed, that's why I wondered where you found it. I assumed they would have kept it safe.
Can you open it?
We found it inside the museum, destroyed.
I see. And you found it burned?
What is it?
It's Arvo and Irva. I'd heard they were asking about the forbidden collection at the university, specifically about the unknown arts.
The unknown arts?
Forbidden magic, necrotic magic, magic that plays with the life force of others, binding it to use in twisted ways, like bringing the dead back to life.
Why would they try and burn it?
A sacrifice, perhaps? A powerful connection to a powerful spirit? Or just to change its appearance?
More importantly, how do we open it?
Yes, yes, Cris.
Only in a very peculiar way. You need Gladys's ring to open it. Gladys never preferred traditional
Gladys's
methods.
ring.
I would suggest you look at the university. Maybe you can find some clue as to what they might have learned.
That's not much to go on.
It's all we have. Thank you, Mother Superior.
I hope you managed to find what you're looking for, Master Wilhelm.
Okay. The university. Let's keep going. I'm assuming it's in here. Right, let's take a slight detour from the museum and see what we can do on the side quest. No, let's also talk to you.
Hello, travelers. I'm here to offer you an assortment of wonderful weapons. Meow.
Meow. What's time synthesis? Oh, weapon upgrades? When did I get so freaking rich? Yeah, these... I should have done this so long ago. This is just better attack, more magic attack. Let's do one more upgrade. Next upgrade is 10k. Just more attack, yes please. More magic attack, more defense. Wow. Oh, I guess I could also...
Hello, travelers.
What do you have for items? Already got a bunch of those. Boots. Reduces the user's speed by 20%? No. I could probably like start selling some of my stuff. Holy crap, these are good. Yep, I'm gonna get that. That one goes to Cris. Fire-based attack deals 10% more damage. Yes, that's perfect for this area. Probably why it's here. Makes user resistance to poison. Dude, all of these sound amazing. Whoops. Whoops, did I actually buy it twice? And now I'm out of money. Alright, let's do some equipment management. You need, instead of this wood ring that just does +2 defense, you're gonna get this crazy magic boost. Okay, Cris, I got you this sapphire, more attack power. Then Wilhelm, you keep your crappy wooden ring. Okay, so she could lose defense for magic attack and magic defense. But the thing is, she doesn't really do magic attack. Yeah, so I don't necessarily want that. What about Wilhelm? Yeah, so the ruby, this ruby necklace is really good, so I'll just keep that on for you. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good. I could probably sell items, but I don't feel like going through that. Just seems like a little tedious. Okay, the university's to the east. Small detour. What's up, girls?
We're trying to learn natural
cooler than elemental.
Natural. Okay.
I've been experimenting with natural magic a bit. So far, I've only been able to summon a poisonous Eucandra.
Oh, so natural magic is what Wilhelm does versus elemental, which is what Cris does. So natural just means nature.
Answering. It seems to be closed.
Can we get in the past? No. Okay. Looks like I can't do the university stuff yet. Let's do it later. Let's go back to the museum. Is there anything further left? Ooh. Alright, come on, little dude. I need you. Come on, little frog dude. Where'd you go? Come on. Come on, little buddy. Get over here. There we go. More healing juice. I have so much of it. There are no records explaining what these ordnate bowls were used for, but researchers have found the residue of blood and pulverized sapphires.
This is incredible! Look at all those artifacts!
They detail the past of the city, and how the Telerians became what they are today.
Okay,
Cris,
let's save.
what do you
It's
want?
been a
I want to
while.
record our
It's been about 45 minutes. Okay, where to go? I felt like I checked everywhere I could, but I must have missed something. Like, can't do anything here. Oh, that's a statue I could interact with. Yeah, it looks like there's a path missing right here. Okay. Okay, I can't go with Cris until Crispell goes. Wow, I just one-shotted him. That equipment I got him works really well. So I could move him later in the order with the pass. And let's do this. Oh, and I can't do a pass again to get Crispell up first. Shoot. Okay, well, I can't do anything. So yeah, there's literally nothing I could do. Now I could pass to her. Now we could do our thing. Okay, good, he's a little dude. What did he just do? A weaving? Fire blast. Oh my gosh, it was new. Okay, and those things can't be poisoned. It looked like it said immune. I tried to poison. Okay, so yeah, there's another bookshelf with an item over there. Okay, this is where I got that hand. Okay, I can interact with the pole. Nothing in any of those rooms. Nothing to the right. Let's try going down here. there anything under the stairs? No. Can't go under the stairs. Okay, it doesn't look like I can do it. Oh, wait. I could restore that pillar, and then I can walk across. Got it. A little early on the block. Yeah, with the equipment upgrades, now all my people seem so much more powerful. Alright, let's get a scan on this lady. B-Knight. Okay, retired soldiers that reach new generations. Their incredible knowledge followed the war against the Time Empress, gave them impressive tactics in combat. So they have like no attack capabilities, but they just boost each other. Oh wait, and then they're just weak against lightning. And they're good against fire, so don't use fire. Yeah, I could just spam normal attacks. Seems like. Yeah, she's pretty useless on her own. Okay. Okay, cool puzzle. I'm assuming I gotta do that for this area over here to the left. Oh, that other path that was uncrossable. Stunned. I don't know what that defensive stance means. Or maybe that's like a charge. Now they're charged up. Let's see. Okay. Nope, it was a counter. I was right. It was a counter stance. Let's not deal with the counter, so let's just take you out with this. Apple flavored something, water juice. Cool. What happened? Little slime dudes. Azure Slimigo. These small agile slimes quickly move around the battlefield to confuse their opponents. When you see a chance, they self-destruct, dealing massive amounts of damage. Cool. Maybe I could do 62. Yes. Vital absorption. Okay. spam normal attacks on it. Should die. I'm a little nervous about him having a poison effect on his attack, because there's certain enemies that'll just absorb that. Gotta be mindful. Oh wait.
There's a small diary here.
Entry 48. I was chosen this month to be one of the 3 code keepers. I'm so proud to finally being selected. It's a big responsibility to have to make sure no one sees it, so let's hide the paper behind an empty frame. Oh. Every time I interact with that thing, it'll just keep doing that. Just enough? Perfect.
A damaged, empty frame. Seems like something struck it.
Restore?
There's something behind the frame. It's a small piece of paper.
Prowess.
It says prowess.
Prowess and elite.
There's something it's a small piece of...
Okay, I gotta find the 3rd code. Okay, let's decay it, just walk past it. And then restore it once I'm done, so I can cross it. On the upper level. More rainbow tea. Rainbow tea is for MP. That's always good to find. Okay, now that I'm on this side of the post, let's... Oh wait, no. I need to decay this. Need to get on the other side of it before I restore it. Okay. You were bad against fire, right? Yeah, weak against fire. I hate you so much. Oh, good, it's that one. Block? F. Alright, well at least it's not Christopher. Okay, let's finish this dude off. Okay. Oh, that does a lot. What it? So I used the past crystal on it, so now it's in the past. But I could break the past crystal to bring it to the future. I wonder what that would do to my buddy that's in his belly. Would just like digest him? And then he's like, he's just gone. I'm afraid to find out. Okay. I love her running animations. More heavy boots? I think I'm just gonna sell the heavy boots. I don't think the sacrifice to speed is worth it. I think you should be able to kill him with the explosion. And then she should do just enough to kill her with a standard attack. Yes, just enough. Okay. Looks like I could just rebuild this on even on this side. And now I should be able to cross on the top side. And they are giving me a save option right here.
Risa, can you tell us a little more about what's going on with the family?
Yeah, I forgot you were with us.
Died last year. The doctor said she had an illness. But I was with her every day, and she was never sick.
Oh.
She had more energy than I ever did.
And Rawless?
Auntie Rawless is supposedly Mom's cousin who was living abroad before now, working as a merchant in some foreign land, blah blah blah.
She's strange. When we first met her in the cathedral, I couldn't see her past or future.
Interesting.
Most of us had never heard of her, yet somehow she showed up just in time for Mom's funeral. It's all very suspicious.
That was the lady that was in, like, the chapel or whatever that I couldn't interact with? Interesting.
I agree. Let's keep an eye on her.
Crisbell, what do you want to do?
I want to record our progress.
Please input 3 code combination. Alright, I don't even want to try. Engaging? Oh, I didn't want to try. But it didn't let me cancel. Oh, it's just these dudes. Wait, you survived? Oh. Vital absorption. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how low my health was for like all of my characters. Okay. Skills. Crisbell, heal. Heal twice. Now you heal Wilhelm. Then you heal Christopher. Alright. I'm assuming this room in the up here will give me the final code. Sapphire ring. Okay. Oh, you don't do. You just do just not quite enough damage to KO them, Wilhelm. I don't want to risk her counterattacking, so let's just do Thunder. What are you?
There's a small diary.
Okay. Entry 16. Lady Ross has been tasking us with transporting more crates recently. She's been relocating a lot of them to the bottom of the museum. I wonder for what purpose. Entry 18. Once again, a servant forgot the passcode to get to the lower level. I can't believe it. We even left the first part inscribed on the wall so they wouldn't forget it. Inscribed on the wall. Oh, it's Rawless. That's what it says down there.
Here.
Wait, no. What kind of weird stuff are you into?
Oh, you poor, poor, poor thing.
Oh, I forgot you were here too.
Oh, how sad.
How horrible! Just hold tight. Are you okay? We'll get you out.
Who would do something like this?
I don't know, but we've got to find a way to get them
You
out.
look so sad.
Just hold on for a little longer. We'll find a way to free you.
There seems to be something here.
Broken mirror?
Peculiar mirror.
Be careful, Cris Bell. This is no mere mirror.
Is it a merely merry mirror, Maestro?
Dumb joke.
Know that when you speak, this
We
is
all
an
suffer.
artifact of great power. It is probably from the mines. It uses the crystal in a very peculiar way. I guess it's meant to offer a glimpse of the future.
Huh? Like Cris Bell's crystals?
Not exactly, but it uses the same principle, yes.
What a peculiar mirror.
Okay. One shot? Holy crap, is that a one shot? Metapod used Harden. Good. Smaller dude. Okay. I don't know how to help that dude. Okay, so Tuliras is the first part of the code. Just in case we get into a battle immediately when we go down there. And let's also... boost speed and immunity to stun. Broken Mirror cures the charm status. Okay. Giving you a mana potion, because you tend to burn mana the quickest, just in case you get into a battle. And I have plenty of them.
Crisbell, what do you want to do?
I want to record our progress.
Says I have 70 hours, 71. I think I put the Xbox goes into like rest mode and it's just... What? It stays on apparently. So I'm not exiting to the menu when I turn off the game. Okay. No, wait. All right. Oh, merchant. That definitely means there's a boss coming up. You were bad against fire. Metapod used Harden. Oh, I didn't even see you back there. Will be enough. 17 short. Oh, good. It's one of those. What, am I confused? Okay, you could finish off her. I know that thing's immune to poison. Let's try this. What? Am I too late on that? Let's go. Can I do a little more healing? And you could have another mana potion. Okay.
Wait, I hear something moving around in there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this quick. I have a lot of planning left to do.
Hi, Rawless.
I understand that your employer, this so-called Empress, has an offer for me.
Uh-oh.
You seem to have a knack for finding the remains of certain ancient creatures.
And?
By rewinding time, she can restore them to their living forms. She had me bring back your Burga as proof.
It's a crazy hat you got on.
Impressive.
The Empress is offering to provide you with all the forces you need to keep control of the sapphire production.
And what does she want in exchange?
The Empress wants the Millennium Flower. She will go retrieve it herself, but she wants you to stay out of the way.
If that's all she wants, I think we can come to an arrangement. Let your employer know that we have a deal.
Okay, you just made a deal with the evil Empress. So let's fight.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to hurry back to the mansion. Have to keep up appearances, you know.
I knew it! She's a fraud!
Don't
And
blurt
not
that
an
out.
ordinary one,
Okay.
if her allies are any indication.
She's just a scam artist trying to make off with all the wealth of Talira. I'm sure she was involved in Mom's death.
Wow. She's even cuter when she gets excited.
Focus, Cris.
Let's charge in there!
I thought I sensed some maggots close by. What are you lot doing here?
You! Who are you, and what are you doing with Rawless?
Stand back, Risa. She might be dangerous.
I don't have time for any of you. But I suppose I can't just leave you all here.
Ooh, like a dark
This
Pegasus.
is a favorite pet of mine. And
Enjoy. So I don't even get to fight you. I just fight your pet. Okay. I don't know what to do. So let's try water. Okay, well that did damage. Tar summon? Immune? Is immune to getting soaked. Okay, let's learn about it. Wait, she's still confused? Okay, Buget boss. A Buget that has mastered his control of fire magic. So it absorbs fire. His wings and tail light up in flames as he soars the skies. They are playful and cocky. Well, I got lucky choosing water attacks. 822. So she was stunned. What are you doing? Tarspit summon? Now he's confused. I'm just gonna keep doing water attacks on you. I don't know what those things are on the left. What are you gonna do with all those things? Aerial dive? What are you doing? You didn't even attack? What's wrong with you? That thing sucked. I felt like it didn't even get a chance to use its like strong gimmick. I killed it before anything happened. Okay, Christopher learned Firebrand. Guess it.
What was that thing? An ancient creature. They were thought to be extinct, but it seems like the Empress brought it back.
I hate to interrupt, but we still don't know who that was. There have to be more clues around here. Everybody, search the room.
Okay.
Roger that.
Found something, Crispell?
I think
There's
so.
a scrap of burnt paper near the fireplace. I wonder what it said.
She burnt it.
We could try to piece it back together.
Nice thinking, food for brains.
Maybe it was whole in the past. Time? Here it is, and it is a letter? I guess I should bring it back to Crispell.
A love letter. Okay, before we do that, let's... Feather boots. Okay.
The letter you...
What? How do I just like look at it? What do I do with the love letter? Oh, to give it to you?
What is this? It's a letter. Hold on, I'll read it. My dearest Franny, I still remember that night. Your feathers glistening in the moonlight. Your eyes outshining the stars themselves. Your long legs.
Yes, yes.
It's a love letter.
That's unexpected.
It goes on for a while. Until we meet again. Forever yours, Lucio.
You're skipping all the juicy parts. Come on.
To be young again.
It seems Lucio was quite smitten.
I'm not
Give me that
sure
love
what
letter.
we should even do with this.
Let's ask Lucio about it. It's the only clue we've got.
Okay. He should be at the mansion on the north side of town.
Just like a quick exit. It is. Now I could go on this side too. What's over here? No, not here. And also, what are you doing? Oh, it's that room. I thought I exit out of this door. Okay. Never mind. Okay, let's stop at the inn. If there must be an inn somewhere in this town. Let's go back to full health before I forget. There's a mansion. There's also a chest up there to grab. Turn in. I'll never talk to you.
The city becomes
Joseph.
more and more active the closer we get to the parade. It's actually quite tiring. I would prefer to be able to sleep quietly. But, well, nothing you can do.
Okay.
Achoo!
Oh
It
no.
Uncomfortably cold out here.
You're not wearing that much.
I would love to be able to get something warmer to wear. But, well, we aren't from this town.
so I guess it's difficult for
Can I give you money? Can you just buy something? Please? Wait, did I ever give you your tools?
I'll just wait here.
Dad has been very sad lately. I keep telling him we should go back to Cinder. Nobody likes us here.
Wait. That the only thing I could do here? There's no side quest with that? Oh. I probably already did something for it then. Don't remember. Oh wait, I'm like maximum everything right now. I don't even need to go to an inn. What? It looks like I was full everything and then I leveled up. Okay, I guess that story sequence just full healed me. Convenient. Alright. Oh, and here's the inn. Nope.
So the letter belongs.
Oh. Get over here, little buddy. Alright. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, let's save.
Shall we make a record of our...
I want to record our progress.
Alright, I gotta go for a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Where's my main message thing? Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. Chair stream is over. Alright. There's an item over here. Let's go grab that. No, I should have waited till we got closer. Was there anything over here? Doesn't seem like it.
It's good to see you around, Master Wilhelm. You came back, even after you abandoned us. We didn't think you had the courage to show your face.
I don't even reply to that. This is a memorial of the...
There's a picture in the altar.
Yes. A picture of Gladys.
She seems... nice. I'm sorry, Wilhelm. I'm not very good with this kind of thing.
Oh, hello again, Risa.
You.
And Master Wilhelm. To what do I owe the pleasure?
You're the man I was looking for.
I'm sorry to intrude into your personal matters, Uncle Lucio, but we found this letter.
This brings back memories. How did you even find this?
We took a trip to your old office in the museum. It's a long story.
I see. Unfortunately, your timing is morbidly sad.
Oh, please don't be sad. Would you like some candy?
Please ignore her.
Yeah, what the heck?
What do you mean our timing is bad?
Franny is gone. She left several weeks ago. Her disappearance broke my heart.
Wait, Franny just disappeared?
The last time I saw her, she was arguing with Rallis. Something about whether we should teach the children natural magic.
Oh good, she was with Rallis last time they saw her.
I gather Rallis was quite insistent that only elemental magic be taught. Franny.
You know, now
Left
that
in
I
the
think of it, I saw something down in the museum before. A prisoner all bandaged up. You don't think it could be?
What? Are you suggesting someone may be holding my Franny prisoner down in the museum?
I'm not sure
Could
who
be.
else it could be.
What possessed you to go down there anyways?
We were following a thief. We think she stole all the tools from one of the Sindarian artisans in town.
She may have been involved in Mom's death, too.
I see. I'll make you a deal. If you folks help me rescue my Franny, I'll use my connections and make sure your friend gets some new tools. And Risa, I'll help you investigate the circumstances around Gladys's death. Do we have a deal?
Deal.
That would be great.
Although, we would have helped out anyways.
Yeah, really.
Then it is done. Meet me inside the museum.
In the past, that chair was bigger? Why? Or this, whatever that is.
So glad you could make it, Wilhelm. It would have been important for Gladys.
Thanks, dude.
Poor Lucio. It seems like Franny was everything to him. We have to help him. He said he would be waiting for us back at the museum.
Oh. Okay. I already forgot what he said. My memory is... Oh, this is terrible. Even my short-term memory. Yeah, she has no past. Look at that. Or no, she has no present. Oh, that's so weird.
You're here. Thank the lady.
So that's the woman that passed away. Got it.
So, what's the plan?
As the curator of the museum, I used to have access to all the keys. That is, before they closed it down.
And where are they now?
I'm not sure. Rallis probably has them. But I keep a spare set.
Okay.
The spare should still be hidden behind a painting in one of the rooms on the first floor.
First floor?
Be careful, Risa. As I'm sure you already know, there are monsters down there.
We'll be fine, Uncle Lucio.
Yeah, no worries, Uncle Lucio. We've got this.
We'll bring back Franny soon.
Okay. Going back in. We're all healed up. Okay, it's been quite a bit,
Crisbell,
I think.
what do you want?
I want to
let's
record
save.
our progress.
Okay. So I'm on the first floor. I mean, was it the thing that we got over there that we can't read? Maybe I just need to talk to him again. Because I already got a book that I couldn't do anything with. Okay. And then she's basically useless. No. Attack her. Yeah, her attacks do like no damage. Okay, so let's just go back and talk to him real quick.
I can't thank you all.
Okay,
I can't thank.
so maybe not. 'Cause there was that book that I need to go to the university to decipher. I thought that may be the same one. Okay, first floor stuff. So I need to go down. Well, the only other first floor thing was at the end, right? Let's go to the end again.
There's scraps of.
Okay, just the same thing. You said like a room on the first floor.
So a copy of the key must be hidden somewhere behind a painting. Smart.
I mean, he said first floor, which is the bottom, right? Unless that's considered like the basement. There's nothing over here. And were we gonna like assemble that one thing's body? We're just gonna carry around that head forever. Okay. I got that broken mirror over there. It's behind one of these.
Let me check back here. Yes, this is it!
Now to rescue Franny.
Okay. I guess first floor is just the top floor. Well, okay. I guess we entered this building on the ground floor. So the top is the first floor. Got it.
We've come to rescue you, Franny. Now come with us. You have a Baldy to cheer up.
She seems sad. Would some sweet
Oh, shut up.
Why does she suddenly look scared?
Everybody, behind us!
Yeah, like, how do we free her from her restraints? Oh, great. This thing's attacking first. I'm more afraid of this, though. Oh my gosh, we did 500 damage to it. $269. I didn't realize how low of health you were. Oh my gosh. One of her abilities makes like her heal whenever she attacks things. That works when she heals herself. So she just healed herself for like 160. And that counts as like doing that much damage. So she also healed herself to 77 on top of it. It's insane. That's so good. I'm having trouble blocking her stuff. My goodness. Okay, we're already poisoned, so it doesn't matter. That last attack. Oh, whoops. Fire. $70 damage, that's not too bad.
That went smoother than expected.
Yeah.
Including the whole surprise attack just now?
I thought you were a warrior. Are you turning up your nose at having to fight to protect a damsel in distress?
Well, no. Point taken.
Point taken.
For now, let us return to Lucio.
I did want to check out that room that was behind her. Whoa.
Hello.
You okay there, Franny?
I can't believe she's here. I truly can't thank you enough.
It seems you really care for her.
I do, but please speak with her directly. She also wants to thank you.
Hello.
How are you doing, Miss Franny?
I'm still weak.
Aww.
Don't force yourself. You still need to recover.
Lucio has been very kind.
Oh, good. Like that smile.
I'm thankful for him. And to all of you.
Please get better soon, dear.
She better get better.
We're all hoping for your swift recovery. You have a good man in Lucio, you know? I hope I can love someone someday. Even half as much as he loves you.
Well, they have a future. Well, that's good.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Oh, I mean,
Miss Franny, I know this might be hard to talk about, but can you tell us how you wound up down there?
Rawless.
I knew it!
As we suspected.
We all knew it was Rawless.
That woman. Unforgivable. Risa and I will investigate what's going on with her, Cris Bell. In the meantime, I kept my end of the bargain. My brother, Orapen, over in the university, has acquired a new set of tools for your artisan.
Oh, cool.
The university is over on the east side of town. Please be...
Thank you so much, Mr.
Mhm.
Lucio. Come on, everyone. Let's go get those tools.
Okay, let's heal. Okay.
Shall we make a record of our...
I want to record a...
All right.
so we're looking for clues?
Yes! Yell if you see a large box labeled clues. That'll be it. Let's search around.
Cool, Wilhelm. Cool.
What's this?
A projector. Could be worth watching. Not in its current state, though.
Matthias?
Leave it to me. Perfect state, as expected.
A projector with Gladys's image.
A hologram. A recording from the past. Of Gladys and the twins, it appears.
Activate it! Activate it!
So there you go. Do you have the ring?
So do you have the ring? Is that what I heard?
Huh?
It appears it's been partially corrupted.
Where did you put the book, Irva?
I hid it in the museum, idiot. No one will look for it there. Are you sure? Pretty sure. Besides, after I burned it, it looked like every other piece of old trash.
You idiot.
What about the ring? You'll love this. What? You know the statue in the middle of the plaza? Obviously.
I didn't even realize these are two people. They look so
I
similar.
stuck it in a small hole under one of the pillars. No one is going to find it there.
A small hole under one of the pillars?
Nice. Huh? Wait, we left this thing on.
The projection ends there.
So the ring is in the statue in the middle of town?
That doesn't seem too difficult.
Let us go, friends.
Master Wilhelm and some newcomers. What brings you to me?
It's good to see you too, Orapin.
We just spoke to Lucio. He said you had some tools for us?
Ah, those tools he asked me to acquire were for you. Here they are. It wasn't easy finding anything of Sundarian make out here, you know. Luckily for you, I'm something of an expert in the matter. I have a lot of connections.
I
I'm a lot
don't
more
care.
than just an expert on the ancient Rena, you know.
Wow! Thank you, Mr. Orapen. Let's hurry up and take these back to Mr. Rojo. I'm sure he'll...
I hope the new tools prove helpful. Also, don't let Lucio forget, he owes me a favor.
Okay. Like, that tree's smiling. Look at that little smiling tree. What's up, dude? That thing in the middle of town? Or is there something else?
We finally have the tools. Let us
Yeah, but there was that other thing about finding that thing in the pillar. In the statue of the plaza.
I seriously don't understand. How could Gladys have been so sympathetic toward the Sundarians?
Oh, this is cute.
I love the yearly parade. It's such a colorful and bright moment for the city. Everyone always works hard on their floats.
Must be around here.
Yeah?
Well done, Crisbel. Will you do the honors?
Of course, Maestro.
Oh, Maestro.
Let me take a look.
I decided to try again today. They're my children. I can't give up. I'll get through to them, no matter what it takes. I had another discussion with Arvo and Irva today.
Achievement
Although it
unlocked.
turned into more of a fight, to be honest. I tried to talk to them, but they just wouldn't listen. Still, I'm at my wit's end.
Oops.
I'm not entirely sure what to do. I think I'm going to try putting them in charge of the new renovation fund I'm establishing. Maybe if they see for themselves how our money is improving the city, it will change their perspective. I told Arvo and Irva about the fund. For the first time in a long time, they didn't argue. Maybe we are making progress.
Seems like their relationship was bumpier than they let on in public.
I agree. This probably wasn't the end of their troubles.
So, what should we do now?
Perhaps we should speak with the Mother Superior again. And tell her we were able to open the diary.
Mm-hmm. Cookie time. Ah. You want to check something? They expired? Oh, I missed all of these things, and now I can't go back and fix it? That's what I was afraid of. Because after I did that fight, that makes me so sad. I think someone else would have been there and things would have been different. The city wouldn't be the future flood.
Wait, Cris Bell. Weren't we supposed to give those tools to that Rojo guy first?
But the reason I couldn't do it is because, like, these puzzles, like, they're gated like that. Like, I wanted to do the side quest before it expires, but it's not letting me until I give the tools back to that guy. It's just like, you gotta find the right sequence of events. It's a little too strict.
Hello, Mr. Rojo. We couldn't find your stolen tools, but we managed to find you some new ones.
Where did you find these? They're of Sindarian origin and very high quality.
We did a favor for a friend, and he was able to track them down for us. Do you think they'll work?
Oh, yes. These will definitely get the job done.
So you'll fix the shattered mural?
My word is my bond. Let's go take a look at it.
Okay.
Great. We'll meet you in the cathedral beneath the salt mines.
Can't go into those areas.
Oh my, that poor mural really got smashed up.
Wait a moment. Have you seen this mural before, Miss Spooky?
Have I? Oh, yes, I have. Yes. I saw it before. And there was
Oh
a
my
tall
gosh.
bird lady, too.
A tall bird lady. Wait a second. Do you mean...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No? I think so. I'm sorry, dearie. But my memories are still all fuzzy.
How very interesting. Let's keep...
Mm-hmm.
Whew, you were right. Someone did quite a number on this thing.
Do you think you'll be able to repair it?
I told you before, girl. I can fix anything.
Not that I doubt your skill as an artisan, but this mural is special. You may be able to fix the physical structure of it, but the colors that make up the images are no ordinary dyes.
Uh-oh.
They require certain rare minerals. They're quite hard to get.
Explain.
I see. Yeah, that might pose a small problem.
It'll be okay. You can leave that part to us, Mother Superior.
What do we
Are you
need?
sure, Master Wilhelm? It is a dangerous journey.
I'm sure. Wait for us here, Rojo. We'll bring you back the minerals for the dyes.
Maestro, what did you just agree to?
North of here, there's a place called Rainbow Lake. It's a
North of
collection
here?
of mineral springs with unusual magical properties. We can get the minerals we need for the dyes from there. But the only way to get to the lake is via the river.
So, how do we get there?
What about asking Paulina? She got us across the ocean. How much trouble could a river be?
Wow. Did you take your brain out of storage just for this occasion?
Yeah,
Jeez, Wilhelm.
Get a step stool and come say that to my face sometime.
Let us go ask Paulina then.
Master Wilhelm, did you manage to find a way to open the book?
Indeed. We found the ring and managed to open it.
Wonderful. But could I trouble you with something else?
What do you need?
Of course.
Could you give me that book, please?
Yep.
Huh?
That book is the last memory of my dear friend Gladys. I would like to keep it in honor of her.
I suppose it's for the best. You can have it.
Oh dear. Thank you. I want you to have this. Perhaps you'll find greater use for it.
Julia Signet.
I guess that's all we're going to learn from the book.
Yes. Let's resume following our other priorities.
Okay, so we're just done. Hopefully that'll... Hopefully that's it for just like 100%ing this area. The side quests.
Oh, hello, my darlings. How are you enjoying the mountain air? I don't suppose you bought any new clothes
No, we
while
didn't.
you were in Nevatalira, did you?
Oh, no. We, ran into some problems, actually. Would you mind doing us another favor?
Anything for you, my little peach.
We have to travel down the river to reach the Rainbow Lake.
I don't think I could make it past the mountains. At least not anytime soon. But it's just a river, you said? Maybe you can use my shoe. It's big enough to carry you and exquisitely made, so it won't
A
weigh you
shoe?
down. Make sure to bring it back, though. I do hate to lose anything stylish.
Thanks, Paulina. Oh, and one other thing. Do you happen to recognize Buki here?
She seems to have lost her memory.
Let me look at her.
Oh, hello there. Good morning, sweetie. Aren't you a lovely one? I've never seen one of our kind dressed so nicely. Unfortunately, as you can see, I'm not in any condition to be putting out refreshments.
She seems familiar, but I'm sorry, my darling. I honestly can't remember much.
That's okay. Thanks anyway, Miss Paulina. Everyone, let's go try out this shoe.
Okay. We have a shoe. Is that what this is?
Seems like you can use the shoe here. Do you?
Sure.
Whee! Okay.
Do you want to land here, Crispin?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems like you can use the
Sure.
Can I go left here? No.
Do you want to land here, Chris?
Yes.
Okay.
Rainbow Lake? Indeed it is. Technically, it's a collection of small pools formed by mineral springs, but they do overflow into one large lake later in the year. We'll need to visit each pool to collect all the minerals we need. Be careful though. These pools have some magical properties. Sometimes, when a talented time mage comes here, they react in surprising ways.
Oh.
I remember when I first came here and...
Oh, you just calling yourself talented?
Never mind. Let's just go.
Never mind.
Crisbell, what do you want?
I want to record our progress.
Okay. Cup of coffee. Okay. Poison. Okay. Let's keep going.
The pilgrimage is sacred, Crisbell. We should do everything in proper order. Pond after pond.
Okay. What, did I miss one?
Here it is. The first pool. Crisbell, why don't you collect a sample for Rojo? But be careful. The pool may react to you.
Okay.
What the? That was like her hometown?
It's the orphanage
Yeah.
in Marine. Empty and abandoned after some disaster.
The pools seem to be reflecting your sight. For once, we can all see what you see.
I remember seeing this before. This was my first real vision. I was so scared and confused.
Hey, this future's not gonna happen. I promise.
We're likely to see more visions as you visit the other pools. Have you finished collecting the sample?
Oh, yes. I've bottled up some of the mineral water.
Alright.
On to the next one.
Who are you?
That statue has been sitting there for as long as I can
Statue?
remember. I think it may be another one of the witnesses, but I've never seen it move.
He looks so familiar. Oh, I wish I could remember.
Well, perhaps it will start moving soon. Stranger things have happened on this journey of ours.
I doubt it, but I suppose anything is possible.
Okay, this looks like very linear. There's like one path to the end. I guess you could use the crystal on that one. That was a lot of experience for just such a small dude. Healing juice. See the pool?
We've arrived at another pool. Be careful, Cris Bell.
Here I go.
What's this?
I see two strange people talking to each other.
Could it be your parents?
Oh, look,
seem to have a-
my
Oh,
Your children?
yours.
You mean those people in the white coats?
Why am I having a vision about your
Who
children?
are they?
Dearie me. Those are researchers? I'm sorry, sweetie. My mind isn't what it used to be.
I'm so confused.
I think we all are. But she doesn't seem to remember anymore.
Well, we have collected the mineral water. Let us move on.
Okay. I do not want to be poisoned. Get rid of that one real quick. Okay, let's have you go first. Let's scan. The captains of the St. Clarity Force, they fiercely compete between looking for promotion to the general. Wow. So much money. Wait, do I need to heal? No. No, unless we start fighting different enemies. Should be fine. And now we've got some branching paths. Well, very short branching path. Sapphire necklace. kill him with this normal attack. Take out Poison Dude first, so I always feel the most threatened about the poison status. Okay. Get a smash attack on this dude. Okay.
Crisbell, what do you want to...
I want to record our progress. Here it is.
Okay. Third group. Stretch for a sec.
What is this?
It looks like two monsters fighting.
How bizarre. Why would you be seeing this?
I don't know.
What a strange vision.
I've seen one of those fighting. Pegasus thing, right?
I guess we shouldn't worry about it for now. I finished...
Then let us move on to the next pool.
Keep it rolling. Bam. What the heck? I didn't even see you. Where did you come from? The heck? Oops, outside. Oh wait, I didn't use the water one? Oh my gosh, I'm just not paying enough attention. Okay. Sorry, Cris. Looks like you're just not as good as the other team members. Okay. I'm actually gonna end my stream here. I'm actually, I don't know, that's like 20 minutes. I just got like super tired. Well, I'm gonna go back and save, but yeah, I'm gonna be ending the stream right here. And I'll be playing it again, continuing this on Tuesday. Tomorrow I'm taking off for family stuff. Come on, take it out. There it is, perfect. Now block the poison. Good enough. Oh, what I feared. He does poison physical damage, so he like... Okay. Just parry that attack.
Crisbell, what do you want to do?
We should rest for a while.
We still have some tents left. Want to use
Let's save them.
Save them.
I'm
Crisbell,
just gonna...
what do you want?
I want to record our progress.
Alright, save and end. I'll be ending my stream here, so thank you for joining me.